Welcome back to Fab Automotive Detailing. We got Griot's Garage Galore. Let's do it. So in my last video, I said that I wanted to do a video of all the products that I use. The majority of my products are Griot's Garage products. So let's go over some of the stuff that I have. Actually, we'll go over all of it, but I'm not going to go into great detail on all of it. I'll have other videos for stuff like that. So first thing is washing the vehicle. Griot's Garage has several different car soaps. This one right here is their super concentrated car wash. It makes a lot of suds and you don't have to use very much. I've probably washed 10, 15 cars of this bottle already, and it's a little more than half left. So you get a lot of product for your money when it comes to that. The stuff that I use when I wash my cars, or people's cars, family, I detail cars for family members, friends, stuff like that. My wash bucket is the Griot's Garage wash bucket. The bottom of it has a grit guard in it, and it also has, let's see if I can get some of my stuff out of here and show you, it also has a measuring cup in it. See if I can show you that measuring cup. It's got a measuring cup, and all you do is you fill your product up to the bottom of that line, so you're not using too much soap every time you wash your car and just wasting soap. The stuff that I use as far as washing, you know, I use normal microfiber type mitts. I use the boar's hair brushes, stuff like that. Tire brushes, fender brushes. I mean, I got all kinds of stuff that I use when I wash cars. As far as when it comes to like cleaning your wheels, Griot's makes a great wheel cleaner. It's approved by BBS wheels, and what I like about it is it's not something that you're just going to spray on the car, on the wheel, let it sit and then spray off. You actually have to agitate this a little bit, and I use this little brush right here. It's from Griot's Garage as well. Yes, this one's kind of wore out. I have several of these packages that I have accumulated over time. It's got brand new ones in it still. These things are safe for any type of wheel. It's not going to scratch your finish. And what I was saying about spraying it on and having to agitate it is it's not going to pit your wheel. It's not going to take the clear coat off your wheel. It's very good, environmentally safe, as they say. Lug nuts. A little lug nut brush. Go in there and clean the lug nuts off really good with it. And then what I use for the barrel of the wheel is this little detailing tool here, and it's bendable. You can bend it to get around certain parts of the wheel. That gets you in between all the spokes and lets you clean basically the inside of the wheel without having to take the wheel all the way off of the car to clean it. Now the foam gun, this is from Griot's Garage as well. I think it was about $40. It's not for a pressure washer, but this just goes on your basic garden hose. And it does put a lot of foam on the car and allows you to get a lot of extra lubricity on the paint so you don't take the chance of scratching the paint. Great little product, and like I said, I think it's about $40 and it works really, really well. The rest of car washing, let's see what else do I have, is drying. When you get done washing, you gotta dry. I've got several of these Griot Garage waffle weave drying towels. They're actually pretty big. And I think I have about 6 of these to dry cars. It has little pockets for you to put your hands in. At least that's what they say it's for. I don't ever use it, but it usually just catches stuff. But these are really good. One of the things that's not Griot's Garage that I really like, and I saw this off another YouTube video, is this electric leaf blower made by Works. This thing will move a lot of water off your car, off your hood, off the doors, stuff like that. This thing works phenomenal. It will not get all the water off of the car, but it will get you probably 60-70% of the water off of the car. The one other dryer that I have here is a very small Griot's Garage dryer. This is great for engines, great for opening the door and getting inside the door jambs and stuff like that, drying off hinges and stuff like that. But this thing works really, really well. Motorcycles, if you have motorcycles, this would be great for drying motorcycles. The next thing that we have is, I didn't get what you said.
I was going to tell you, it gets the stuff out of cracks.
Oh, yeah. Well, my wife, the wonderful camera woman, she said that it does get the stuff out of the cracks, like decals on the car. Let's see, the little moldings on the side of the door. You can get that blower down there on the cracks and it'll blow all the water out there, because nothing's worse than when you get done drying a car and you look out and it's dripping, or when you go and drive it, it's dripping water out of those moldings, out of mirrors. That big old Works blower is great for that. Okay, so the next thing we're going to talk about, after you get done washing it, you got to get any old wax or anything like that off of it. Paint Prep from Griot's Garage. Amazing product. You spray it on, you let it sit on there for about a minute. That's about as long as I wait. And then what I do is I take these little, these are kind of wore out actually at this point, these little, I guess you'd call them mittens or something, 4-finger mesh mittens I think they call them. Put them on your hand, rub that Paint Prep in there, rinse it off with water, dry the car. Once it's dry, there's no wax left on the car. You can spray water on it and it just sits on it, doesn't beat up. And you can tell, anybody that's ever detailed a car or knows anything about waxes can tell when a car does not have wax on it. Works phenomenal. Bug and smudge remover. Good way to remove bugs on cars. Good way to remove, I've removed tar with it, black streaks. You spray it on, let it sit on there for about 30 seconds, and then use those same 4-finger mesh mitts right here that I have to wipe off the bugs, gently wipe them off, and then rinse it off with water. Stuff works great. You can use it, I use it on headlights, chrome, plastic moldings, you name it on a car, you can use it on it. Works phenomenal. Another product, now this would be after you're done detailing the car's clean, but this goes along with the bug and smudge remover, is Bug Barricade. You spray it on, take a microfiber towel on just the front of the car where bugs are going to go, and just rub it in lightly and let it dry. It does haze the paint, so the paint's going to look like it's a little bit hazy, but then if you get bugs on your car, the next time you wash it, it'll just rinse right off and the bugs will just fall right off the car. But they do not recommend this on windshields, anything that, you know, windshields, headlights, stuff like that. They do not recommend that. So after you get done stripping all the old wax off the car, the next thing that you're going to want to do is you're going to want to clay the paint. I use Griot's Garage paint cleaning clay. I also use their new, and I don't remember the name of this, their mitt that you can use. It's faster than this, but I still think that this probably works better. This, when you use this, it works good. What you do is dip it down to your soap when you're washing the car, rub it on the paint, you know, in lines, don't ever go in circles, in lines, back and forth, this way and this way, until it starts feeling smooth. But what I have found is when you get done, the car's dry, you're gonna see these little black, I don't know if you can see this on the camera or not, you'll see these little black spots sometimes in the paint, depending on what color the paint is. So it works good, and if you plan on polishing the car anyways, that's a good little product. But if you have a car you're just wanting to wash, clay it, wax it, and be good for a year, and you don't want to do any polishing, I probably wouldn't recommend the glove. I would recommend the paint cleaning clay. The lubricant for your paint cleaning clay is Speed Shine. Spray it on, take your paint cleaning clay and just rub it across in straight lines across the paint, back and forth, up and down the same spot until it's nice and smooth, and then take your towel and wipe it off. When you get done claying and you're ready to put it up, I don't know if the camera picked this up or not, probably not. There's Speed Shine in here inside that clay bar. You just spray it in there, gives it, it won't let it dry out, won't let the clay bar dry out. Another way to wash the car, spray on car wash by Griot's, works phenomenal. In the winter time here in Indiana, when you get a lot of salt and stuff like that in your car, you can't get the hose out when it's 5 degrees outside or -1 or -15 like it's been these last couple weeks here in Indiana. So you got to have a way to wash your car. This is one way to do it without having to get the hose out, because we can't here, it freeze up. You spray it on, you take the towels. I'll show you one of my microfibers. This is for their spray on car wash. As you can tell, it's the same color. That's another great thing about Griot's. Spray it on, you wipe it off, just one swipe, and then go back to the dry side of the towel, and then go back over. It's a great way to wash your car in the wintertime. Microfiber towels. I'm going to show you these. Hopefully, I've got tons of different ones. and I've got drawers full of these. But the microfiber towels that I like to use, these are my wax removal cloths from Griot's Garage as well. These are different. These are the older style that they have with the silk edges. These work great, but they come out with this new, what they call PFM microfiber towel. And it's a lot smaller, but man, it picks up the wax really fast. One swipe, wax is off. Wonderful product there. Polish removal cloths. They're yellow or orange, or I'm not sure what color you want to call these. These work really good when you get your polish on. You need to remove the polish. You start with the really thick side to take it off, and then to kind of polish it out the rest of the way to get rid of the rest of the polish, you turn it over to this side. It's another good product. This one right here is for speed shine. This is really, I don't even know what, fluffy, I guess is the best word to use for the microfiber. Really fluffy product, really soft, silk edges again, so you're not going to scratch your paint. Use that with speed shine, it works phenomenal. I just showed you the spray on car wash. This is the microfibers that I use for interiors. Once again, silk edges. They're green for interiors, and they work really, really good. And then my last towel, and my favorite, is their PFM towel. Pure freaking magic is what they call it over at Griot's Garage. This thing it really is magic. It'll wax, polish, glass cleaner, whatever you want to throw at it, interior cleaner. It picks up everything and doesn't leave any streaks. You can clean your windshield with one swipe. No streaks at all, just one swipe. It picks up everything. It takes wax off great. It takes polish off great. I've got several of these. I need more, but I've got several of these, and they are wonderful. Now, on to the rest of some of the stuff that I have. Polishing and waxes. Polishes and waxes, there are several different ones. One of the older ones that I still have that I don't use anymore, but I've kept it for some reason, is Machine Polish 3. This is their old polish. They used to have Machine Polish 1, 2, 3, and 4. I don't use this anymore, but I wanted to put it in the video to show you. I've been using their products for a while, 6, 7 years, something like that. This is one of the very first products that I got. But then they started going into their Best of Show system, and then they started going into their Complete Compound and Complete Polish. Of the two, so far, I really like the Complete Compound and the Complete Polish. This Complete Compound is for really, really heavy scratches, swirl marks, really big swirl marks. This one is for fine scratches. You don't want to put a ton of polish on the paint. That's what the Complete Polish is for. But I like to use the Complete Compound first, and then I'll move into the Complete Polish and then throw wax on it. But what's really great about both of these, Complete Polish and Complete Compound, and the Boss creams, they're not going to dust up. You know, the Machine Polish 3, you put it on there and start wiping off and you have dust all over your car. These do not dust. You don't have to worry about dusting on these at all. The only time that I have found you have to worry about dusting on these is if you using the Complete Compound and you're not cleaning your pads correctly as you're going, or you've used the pad for too long and it builds up a bunch of polish inside the pad, then yes, you're going to get dusting. But if you do it correctly, there's not going to be any dusting on the paint. As far as waxes are concerned, I've got several of Griot's waxes. The Best of Show wax, this is an old bottle. I've only used it a couple times. At the time, I really didn't like it, I'll be honest with you. It looks good when it's done, but it's so hard to get off the paint. I mean, you have to have a chisel basically to get this stuff off the paint, even if you do it exactly how they tell you to do it on the old formula. It was really hard to get off of there. The new formula though, I don't have a bottle of it, but they said it comes off really, really easy. My favorite wax that they sell is Liquid Gloss Poly Wax. This stuff is a polymer wax, and if you know what polymer means, it just means it has a bunch of synthetic parts in it, man-made wax. This stuff goes on easy. You let it dry for about 15-20 minutes. Once you wipe the paint and you see that it's ready to be taken off, you can just let a towel glide right across it and that wax comes off. And it looks amazing. It pops. It literally, the bottle says, produces pride boosting wet look finish. It produces a wet look finish. The car looks wet when you're done with it. This stuff is amazing. Now, the other type of wax that they have is their liquid wax 3-in-1. This is good for swirl marks and light swirl marks, really. Little bit of oxidation and imperfections in the paint. It's basically you use a polishing pad to put it on, let it dry, remove it, and it leaves a carnauba wax finish. I don't use this too much. I have used it and it does work very well, but being a carnauba wax, I don't use it. Here in Indiana, weather gets pretty bad and carnauba wax just doesn't last too long here in Indiana if it's an everyday driver. Now, for everyday drivers, or you get somebody that doesn't want you to spend 8 to 10 hours correcting their paint, one-step sealant. This stuff is phenomenal, and it's an older product of theirs, and it still rivals anything else, in my opinion, that they have. If you get somebody that says, you know, I don't want you to spend all that time, just throw some wax on it. You could do this, make their paint look better, and it's still putting at least a 1-year protection on their car. And they're gonna look at it and say, wow, all you did was wash it and wax it? Oh yeah, I did exactly what you asked me to do. This stuff will remove swirl marks, oxidation, stuff like that, but it's a man-made sealant, so it lasts a lot longer than a carnauba base like the liquid wax 3-in-1. This is a great product. You just have to remember to shake it up really well before you actually use it. Now, my new favorite is the Best of Show paste wax. I don't have the liquid form, like I just said, but I have the Best of Show paste wax. This stuff goes on easy. I put it on by hand, obviously. Goes on easy and comes off really, really easy and just leaves a perfect, perfect shine. I like to layer my waxes on my personal vehicles. I'll put a poly wax or a one-step sealant on, let it cure for 24 hours, and then I'll put the Best of Show paste wax on it, and you just can't go wrong. Now, for people that have strictly show cars or cars that garage queens, I think is what people call them, this is a great product. You could use just this only, and the paint's just going to look phenomenal. Or right before you go to car show, put this on. This stuff is definitely amazing, and it lasts a long time. I've waxed 4 cars, and one was a F250 or F350. I don't remember. F350, wasn't it? Yeah. Yep. And I barely even scratched the surface of what's inside this can. So it's going to go a long, long way. Polishers. I have 3 different types. If my wife will pan over there to them. You're moving the... Loosen that up a little bit. There you go. No, it's okay. The polishers that I have, all Griots, of course. 3-inch polisher. This polisher is really, really good for A pillars, B pillars, C pillars, D pillars, whatever alphabetical number you want to call pillars, but great for that under door handles, under mirrors, on top of door handles where you cannot fit a big full-size polisher. This thing is really, really good. It's a 3-inch, takes 3-inch pads, got polishing pads. Red is for waxing pads, and then black is also a polishing pad, but it's a very fine polish for like the complete polish or the perfecting cream, something like that. It has a 5mm throw, and if you know what the throws are, what a dual action polisher does is it rotates in a circle, but at the same time it's also oscillating different directions. It's going 5mm, that's it, one way or the other, while it's circling around. This is my very first polisher I ever bought from them. This is their 6-inch with the 5.5-inch pad conversion on it. This one has an 8mm throw. Works great. I have no complaints at all out of this. I have put this thing to the test. I have done so many cars with this one, and it doesn't break down. It's wonderful, and I hope I didn't just jinx myself, but I've had it for about 5 years maybe, and it just works great. And you can put a handle on here. I choose not to have the handle on here. I like to put my hand up here and hold the tip like this as I'm polishing. 8mm throw, so a little bit bigger than that 3-inch polisher, but this is great. It's got 6 speeds. And what's really nice on their products, and I don't know if she can zoom in on this or not, is it tells you for polishing use speeds 4 to 5, for waxes use speeds 2 to 3. You know, that works great, and it's nice to be able to look down and say, oh yeah, I need to set this down to 3, and you can hear it clicks. You can actually go 2.5 if you want. Over time, the more and more you get used to using this, you'll find that you might use Speed 6 for a polish, for a door or something that has a lot deeper scratches and you really want to get in there. You just got to be careful what you do, but all their stuff is safe for all paint types, and if you use it correctly, you're not going to burn through. You're not going to have any problems if you use it correctly. My last polisher I have, which I actually have not even used yet, I've had it for several months, is I've got their Boss 21 millimeter throw, almost 3 times more throw than my 8 millimeter 6-inch random orbital. This is a 21 millimeter with a 6-inch pad on it. I have not used it. I actually don't even have any pads for it. I bought it because it was a great deal when I got it, and eventually I'm going to buy all the pads for it and the creams and stuff. But right now I've still got tons of pads for my 6-inch random orbital, and once those pads are gone, then I'll probably go on to something. I'll go on to buying some pads for this. I'm excited about using it. I just haven't had a chance to use it because I don't have any pads, and like I said, I'm going to use that. So the my 5.5-inch pads are the same as your 3-inch pads. These are red for waxing and black and orange are for your polishing. This one is a lot softer for the fine polishes. Basically same thing, hook and loop design on the back, machine washable. You can just put them in the washing machine with your microfiber pad cleaning agents and you're good to go. And then another very important thing when you buy a polisher, buy the brush. This is what cleans the pad as you're polishing the car, which this isn't even the right pad. Wax pad you don't have to worry about. So basically when it's on the machine, you turn down to settings 1 or 2, turn it on, and you just take this brush and you just do this while it's spinning, and it cleans that pad out so you can get more life out of the pad while you're working on the car. Instead of letting the whole center of this pad get filled up with polish, because it will happen, get finished up, filled up with polish, and you have to get another one. You can actually clean and condition the pad with this while you're working on it. And it's a great design. Fits your hand perfect. I mean, it's just a great little piece. Moving on to lighting. Lighting is very important when you're detailing paint. You've got to be able to see what you're doing. You got to see what correction that you're making as you're going down the paint. So I have 2 different types. I use a regular old spotlight. This is actually made by Snap-on, Blue Point. Very bright light, works great. I put it at an angle so I can actually see the swirls of paint as I'm correcting. And I'll show videos of how that works later. And the other one is this one made by Astro Pneumatic. This is the 50 SL model. This is a color rendering light. And what that means is basically it's giving you the same color as the sun is going to give you in a natural situation so you can see any swirls or imperfections in the paint. This thing is phenomenal. I think it's about $70 or $80 on Amazon. I don't remember, somewhere around there. Rechargeable, has the base to recharge on. What I really like about it, here I'm going to turn it on, but it shows you how much charge you have left in the battery. So that is wonderful. So that if the battery starts to die, it just doesn't die on you, and the next thing you know, you're stuck without light. You can tell when it needs charged again. But great little unit. I would highly recommend this light. Let's see what else we have here. Interior stuff. Interior detailing. I don't get real deep into interior detailing. I do some. You know, I'll clean leather, clean dashboards and steering wheels and stuff like that. I'm not big into cleaning carpets. I'm more of an exterior type detailer. But I do have some stuff. Interior detailer works great, or interior cleaner, I'm sorry. Interior cleaner works great for cleaning dashboards, cleaning leather, stuff like that. Just first thing you do is grab a green towel, get in there and take some interior cleaner, clean every surface you have. And then after you clean it, you want to protect it. Interior detailer. This stuff is awesome. You can use it on navigation screens, instrument clusters, leather, door panels, you name it, inside the car. You can use it on the glass if you want to. Interior detailer, it's a total interior detailer, does everything. Works phenomenal. One of my favorite products is their leather 3-in-1. This stuff smells like you walk into a leather jacket. Wilson's Leather. You walk into a Wilson's Leather store, if anybody remembers walking into Wilson Leather stores, and it smells just like that, and it makes your car smell like that for a couple days. This stuff works phenomenal, and highly recommend leather 3-in-1. It's a cleaner and condition and protects your leather. Let's see, what else we got? We got some products I actually haven't used yet. I have used your Best of Show detailer. Is for the exterior of the car. gives you some pop to the paint after you got done cleaning it. Maybe right before you go to a car show, or right after you get done cleaning a car, you want it to just really pop. This stuff works great. You can use it in direct sunlight, which you can't do with Speed Shine. Best of Show Detailer, highly recommend this. Smells like candy, not quite sure. Mike and Ike's, I think, is what the smell is. It smells phenomenal. Like everything that they have smells. Everything smells phenomenal, which makes when you're detailing a car, it makes you enjoy it more. When you're smelling good, you're not smelling harsh chemicals, you're smelling this stuff like this. I mean, it's just wonderful. The two different products here. I have used a ton of spray-on wax, and now is this new Best of Show spray wax. I have not used this, I just got this. I will be doing a review on this later on. I'm not sure even what to expect on it because I can't find reviews on it online either. So I'm really interested in this. This spray-on wax you use after a car wash while the paint is wet. Spray it on the paint. It's a drying aid, but also puts a little bit of wax on the car in between waxes, in between washes, so you know there's a little bit of protection on your paint. Let's see, what else do I have to cover? My gallons. Highly recommend, if you start buying Griot's products, buy the gallons. It's worth the money that you're going to save. I have Speed Shine by the gallon, the Best of Show Detailer. Now this is a new product. Well, it's not new. I think it's about 6 months old. Rinseless wash and wax. I have not used this yet. This is a brand new jug. I'm going to be doing a review on this in a later video as well, so I'm looking forward to that. But rinseless wash and wax, we're going to see how that works. Then you got your microfiber foam pad cleaner, microfiber and foam pad cleaner. This is what I use to clean my foam pads when I'm done detailing a car, and this is what I use to clean all my microfiber pads. And they have these, you can buy these extra. These are, I don't even know what you call those little tips, but spouts. There you go, thank you, honey. Basically, you put it on a table, put your product underneath here, and open this up and fill it up. No more tipping the jug over like this and hoping you don't spill any of this expensive stuff. Spray on wax, I go through a ton of that. That works great. Buy that by the gallon. Wheel cleaner, I go through probably the most. I buy that by the gallon. Obviously, these are all gallons. And bug and smudge remover. And bags. Griot sells these bags. Now, this one right here came with my 3-inch polisher. It's great. I can put all my pads in here. Any products that I want, I can put in here. My favorite is probably this big bag right here. I can fit my 6-inch polisher in here. I can fit, let's see, I gotta remember how many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can fit 6 of these bottles in here if I go somewhere and detail a car, and I can take everything with me inside there, and I know it's all safe. And then this one is their travel bag, which fits in your spare tire. I don't have a spare tire in my vehicle, but it's underneath. But it comes with Speed Shine interior cleaner, and let's see what else. I don't remember what the other one is. Glass cleaner, I think. Interior cleaner and glass cleaner. 8-ounce bottles, and then it comes with the towels for you too. So when you're on a road trip, and people like me that hate when their cars get dirty, they can whip the Speed Shine out and get some dirt off the car. Or if the kids spill something in the back seat, I can clean it with the interior cleaner. This is great. I keep this in my vehicle anytime we go anywhere. Let's see. Also for interiors, Tornator. I got this from Griot's as well at the their last garage sale. And this thing, I probably never would have bought it if I bought it full price. I got a pretty good deal on it at the Griot's garage sale. And this thing is great for carpets, door panels, stuff like that. You fill it up with, I use their interior cleaner and I mix it with water, and it works phenomenal, getting stains out of carpet, like floor mats and stuff like that, or even rubber floor mats. It just whips that stuff right out. Last but not least, I think, is that about everything? Didn't realize I had this. Oh, actually, I've got this really cool stool that my microfibers are on. And this is one of their new detailing stools, roll around stools, whatever you want to call it, that I use, that I can fit my products in here. You know, my complete compound. If I'm compounding a car, I put it right in there as I'm rolling around. And it's got this weird, perfect for my butt, but it's you got this weird seat on it, but it's really, really, really comfortable. It's got plenty of places to put stuff. rolls around easy, holds big guys like me, because I think it has like a 350-pound weight limit. It holds me good. It's got little drawers in it, and I think I've got some Q-tips in here and some tape and a light. That's where I normally keep my foam pad brush, is where I keep that in there. But that's another thing that Griot's Garage sells. Last but not least, I did not go over their tire shine. Or actually, I didn't go over any of this either. This is their bumper and trim reconditioner. I don't think they make this anymore because this is actually a dye. This stuff works great. I don't know why they would have stopped making it, but it actually dyes. You know, if you see this black trim on cars and it looks really, really faded, you can go back in with this and you put just a little bit right here on the edge of this and go over and just get it on there. If you get on the paint, just take a towel and wipe it off, and it literally just dyes it back to black, and it's not going to fade. It's not going to do what it did before. It dyes it back to a black. Then they have their Black Shine Trim Restorer. It comes with this weird looking applicator. This stuff works really good, but it doesn't last, in my opinion, as long as the bumper and trim reconditioner. But this stuff does look good if you're, you know, you just get done washing your car and you just want to put some extra gloss to your black mirrors or your black moldings. Works very, very well. Then your dried on wax remover. Anybody that waxes cars knows what I'm talking about, hates it when you get on trim, you get on black trim, the wax just a little. No matter how hard you try not to, you tape it off and you still end up somehow getting it on there. You just put this on a microfiber towel and just kind of rub it in there until that wax comes off, but dried on wax remover works really well. And last but not least is what I was going back to, is their tire shine. This is the one area in my last video when I said there's some products of theirs that I do have gripes with, but I mean, that happens with any company. Their tire shine, I think, is where they really lack. And Black Shine High Gloss Tire Gel, I was real excited about this when it came out. I had to get a bottle. Got a bottle as soon as it came out. Yes, it goes on and it is shiny, and I mean it really glossy. And I'm not one that's really into glossy tires. I'm more like a satin finish type person. But I was looking at this because for durability and stuff like that, yes, it does last a while. Through rain and car, it actually does last for a while. But the only downside is, even if you follow the directions, you still get sling. It still gets on your fenders or your freshly cleaned paint. And that has always bothered me. I have tried so many different types of tire shines. I have Turtle Wax and Armor All and Mothers and Meguiar's. I've tried so many different ones, and I just don't like them at all. So this is where one product that I have that's not Griot's that I'm gonna bring into the picture is Adams Polishes. Adams Polishes Tire Shine. Ooh, get back in the camera. Adams Polished Tire Shine. I ordered a mystery box from them. I wanted to try them out, try the company out. I've never tried any of their products before, so I ordered a mystery box. And this was one of the items that came in it. And it came with this convoluted foam applicator for the tire shine. I highly recommend this product. You spray it on the tire, or you can just spray it directly on here. Take it around the tire like you normally would any other tire shine. Give it about 3 minutes and it will be dry to the touch, and it will be a satin finish. Not a high gloss finish, but a satin finish. It works phenomenal. Highly recommend this tire shine. I know everything else I have is Griot's, but Adams Polishes knocked it out of the park on this. I mean, they really did. This tire shine is phenomenal. So, one other thing from Griot's. If you sign up, you can go on their website and sign up. That's how I did it. And I think it's about once a month they send you a new catalog. It's got new products from the very front. I know these things, and my wife will tell you, I know these things like the back of my hand. I know what page everything should be on. And all their new products are always in the front. And of course, I start circling products that I want to get for the future. But order one of these, and kind of it shows you everything that they sell and prices and stuff like that. And it's a good way that if you're not sure if you want to give Griot's Garage a try, get a free book magazine. I think they'll send you one a couple times. Unless you don't order something, they'll stop. But they're a great company, and they sell great products. And then the last thing, I think I've said that about 3 or 4 times now, last thing. But when I got my 3-inch polisher, it came with the bag, the carrying bag, and it came with correcting cream, I think, and it came with a couple polishing pads and maybe a waxing pad. But it also came with this detailer's handbook. Now this thing is a little old. They don't sell all the stuff that's in this handbook now, but this handbook is great. It shows you how to use their products. It shows, because when I first started detailing cars, I thought you just threw wax on there and use it. I have an old polisher up there somewhere that actually burnt through paint a long time ago, but on one of my older Toyota Camrys. But this shows you exactly how to use their products, how to properly polish a car, what, you know, up and down, side to side, not any of this circle stuff. But it shows you everything that they sell, and I don't know if they've come out with a new one. I have no idea, but I highly recommend one of these books if you decide you want to start buying their products, because this book helped me out tremendously when I first started detailing with their products. So that's pretty much it for this video. Got any questions, comments, let me know. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and thank you. We'll see you later.